Alright, alright, alright. Alright, alright. Alright, alright, baby. Make sure everything is copacetic. Make sure everything is copacetic, baby. Yo, what is up, everybody? It's your boy Kakaroto, aka Coco. Welcome back to another Reacting Macanonis. If you're new to the channel, check me out on Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all under Kakarot Gaming XP. Hopefully you're all having an amazing, fantastic, what's today? Thursday? A little Tuesday. A little Thursday with the Buddha's Alright, so we're gonna get ready in just a little bit. Just bear with me. Just making sure that everything was working. Sorry that I'm delayed. I'm sorry that I started late. I was trying to make sure that everything was working on my end, and everything seems to be working. So I may be covered in cat hair, but I still smell good. Baby girl, how do I look at my do-rag? What up, Ultra Gogeta? How you doing, my boy? Did I tie it right? You don't gotta have some cocoritos through the night. Baby girl, how do I look at my do-rag? What up, Steven Rod 419? What up, Eliseo Gaming on Twitch? How are my boys doing today? Oh, this shit hurts my ear, bro. Alright, that works. Alright, let's go ahead and hit that intro and we'll get things started, okay? Where's my other headphones, bro? Why is this shit acting like this? Oh, there you go. Let's hit that intro. What up, Steven Rod? What up, Eliseo Gaming? How you guys doing today? How's everybody doing on Twitch? How's everybody doing on YouTube? It's your boy Quandale Dingo. It's your homie Quandale Dingo. It's the homie Quandale Dingo, baby. It's the homie Quandale Dingo. It's the homie Quandale Dingo. Dingo. It's the homie Quandale Dingo, baby. Quan, get the homie Quan. Shit.
Hey, we are a small snippet of Squanch Games, and
what up,
we
Donnie?
are here to tell you how excited we are to be a part of the Microsoft Games Show Extended.
Game Showcase
Game Showcase Extended. What's the need for the extended? Why add that extra word?
It's like
is there one that's not extended? And that's why?
we're getting nods. There is a not extended one. Okay.
And that one's just called without the extended.
So that's just called
There's the normal one. I know what this is.
Yep.
Well, hey, look, we're happy to be a part of it nonetheless.
Coco, can we wait till later to play Fortnite because it's hot right now and I got playing when it's oh yeah. Sure. We can play so we can wait till later on. I don't mind. Give me 2 seconds. I'm trying to fucking figure out where the fuck is this cable at. The fuck is okay. My pops is giving me a call right now, but I'm gonna give him a call later on. Right now we cannot. Give me 2 seconds. Aló, dígame, pa. Buenas tardes, buenas noches. Estaba que le llamé varias veces. Estaba yendo a bañarme. Sorry que no le contesté. Alright, sorry about that. It was my pops calling me. I had to give my pops a call just to make sure that everything's okay. Did they show anything new? I only saw them recap on games. I'm not sure yet. Sorry about that. Last minute things I had to take care of. Family comes first, so I had to make sure I answered them. Yeah, we'll play later on. I know, because it gets really hot and I have my AC on right now, and I know there's like a huge heat wave going on and like over there on the west side of the US, and it's like 90 something, so I totally feel you, bro. So later on tonight when it gets a little bit cooler and whatnot, because once you turn your system on, it's gonna heat up your room, and I know how that goes. We just gotta hit them cocoa packs real quick, you know. You gotta make sure you hit them cocoa packs. Yeah, I did get the new Gogeta, yep. ¿Qué? No más luego. Fuck, we dying over here, shit. The Elder Scrolls 6 after Starfield, okay. Yeah, and I got the old Xbox One. That shit gets hella hot, especially when it's hot weather. Yeah, when it gets hot weather. Hairline reveal? Nah, no hairline reveal, bro. There ain't no hairline reveal. It's basically gonna be hold on, let me take care of this. Great, I can't fucking turn the AC off now. It's too fucking cold now. It's too fucking cold. Fuck me, man. I can't turn off the AC. The control won't register it. Fuck me, man. I'd rather be cold than be hot, to be honest with you. So, and Fallout 5 after what? Fallout 5? What do you mean anti-kid friendly? What are you talking about? We haven't said anything bad here on the channel. This is a family friendly channel. So they're showing Fallout 5, the Elder Scrolls 6. There was no sweating. You misunderstood what I said. The only new game I saw was Texas Chainsaw. I'm hyped for the game. It's gonna be on Game Pass. Okay.
Welcome to Xbox Games Showcase Extended. I'm Aaron, this is Malik, And we have the honor of diving deeper into some of the most exciting and talked about announcements, as well as gameplay from the Xbox and Bethesda Games Showcase just 2 days ago. For the first time ever, the entire showcase was focused on games you can play over the next 12 months.
That's right, Aaron. You saw world premiere gameplay from Redfall and Starfield, and today we've got Bethesda's own Pete Hines right here to tell us more. You'll hear from the renowned developers behind the brand new Xbox franchise, Our History Untold. Dive into Naraka Blade Point with our partners at NetEase Games, and so much more.
But first, we begin with a special look at how...
Well, the thing I saw was about Fallout 76. That's the thing I saw, the expansion for that. That's what I saw. Did I just turn it off? Did I just turn it off? Did I just turn it off? Yes, baby. Oh yeah, we turned it off. So I did see they had a they had an update on Fallout 76, which was like an expansion pack or something like that, and they're gonna make it free for people to play and whatnot. But I'm already done with Fallout 76. I deleted the game. I mean, it took up too much space for no reason. But with the whole technology that they have right now, unless they update the engine, because the engine was the biggest issue, I think they need to bring back. they're under the same umbrella now with Microsoft. So I think if Microsoft wanted to be smart about it, I will get back Obsidian and ZeniMax and Bethesda together and just be like, listen, we need to do New Vegas, Fallout New Vegas 2. I'd rather have a Fallout New Vegas 2 as opposed to a Fallout New York, to be honest with you. That's just my opinion though.
Our fans got to celebrate the Xbox and Bethesda Games Showcase with a message from our very own Phil Spencer.
I love coming to events like this. You can just feel the energy, people loving to come together as a community, their love of video games, the Xbox fans. Just a really special time for everybody, myself included. Gaming has this unique ability to bring people together, whether it's saving the world from the aliens or winning a football game. It's so great. I love hearing from people. What did you like in the show?
Fallout 76 isn't bad. It's just that it had a lot of problems when it came out, and throughout the last 2 years, it's been pretty good, but a little too late, if that makes sense. Kind of lost interest in it. New York doesn't even sound as good location, to be honest. New York will be a good location only because you have a lot of subterranean places. It's kind of like Washington D.C. But imagine Washington, but like really big, like bigger this time. And New York is not only New York City. You know, New York is huge. You have the whole state, so you have the famous cities like New York. If they're gonna make New York, I would rather have them do something like have the 5 boroughs that you can travel amongst them, and then you can fast travel further upstate. Go to like these big cities like Buffalo, go to Rome, go to different places like that, but maybe they'll make the game big enough that you can probably play all 5 boroughs, and that will be really good. Imagine going to Staten Island, and I mean there's a lot of things you can do with the game. You can even put the whole game to be upstate.
Conversations with people that are here about areas that they like and areas they wish we would do more. I think that's something that drives us. You saw it in the show today. People said, we want to see more game.
I'll tell you this much. We'll have some huge ass rats, some huge ass pigeons, some birds as new enemies. Instead of Deathclaws, you'll have to worry about the Thunderbird. Yeah, the attention to detail will be too crazy, bro.
Play, and so we said, okay, great, so you're gonna see a ton of gameplay.
Yeah, I think this is our biggest lineup ever in terms of just diversity of different kinds of games from different kinds of teams, different genres.
There's some franchises, Japanese franchises, don't always come to Xbox. We've been working on that. Today we obviously have Persona.
It's important to us. We not only have all the games coming from our internal studios, but also great independent game developers that we work with around the world. So could not be more excited for what we're doing with Kojima.
And he's got this really great idea for a game. And I want to be clear, because I know we say like experience and stuff. He's building a video game, but he has this real unique things that he wants to do in the game. And we said, okay, let's go do something together. And I'm just really proud to be in an industry that can be part of so many.
Yo, Microsoft is smart. They have Bethesda, they have ZeniMax, they have Obsidian. They gotta work with fucking Kojima, bro. I'm sorry, it's just I get so passionate about this. They're gonna work with Kojima out of all people, bro. You know how crazy that game is gonna be? The last game Kojima did, a lot of people give it flack because they wanted an action game. I love that game with Norman Reedus. It was good. Coco Reedus. We never finished the game, but it was good. Coco with hairline as last boss.
People coming together.
Exclusive. Okay. Valheim? I mean, what's that game called? Is this not Valheim? Is it? No, it's coming to consoles? Yes, it is coming to consoles. Oh, it's coming to Xbox. Wow. For free. For free. It's free. It's free. It's free. That's crazy, bro. If you got the Game Pass, that shit comes out for free.
Bethesda opened the showcase with a dramatic gameplay demo for Redfall and closed it with Todd Howard showing us how deep the rabbit hole goes on Starfield. And we also got a sneak peek at upcoming expansions for Elder Scrolls Online and Fallout 76. Here to break it all down for us is the man, the myth, the legend himself, Pete Hines from Bethesda. Pete, how are you?
I'm great. Good to see you.
Good to see you as well. So about a month ago, you all announced some delays.
They're both staring at each other's hairlines like, yo, my boy, your hairline should look pushed back. And he's like, yeah, but what about your hairline? He's like, yeah, but you younger than me and you got your shit pushed back. He's like, that's true, but look at your hairline.
It's for both Redfall and Starfield, so I wanted to give you a chance to, tell us a little bit about the decision-making process for that.
Absolutely. Look, with all the time that goes into a game, it would be foolish to...
Told you. Fun fact, you will be able to start Starfield with a house instantly, but you will be in debt. Really? Nani says PlayStation fanboys are mad. Yeah, I heard you. What the hell? I haven't heard about anybody from PlayStation. Well, at least not a lot of people that I know from PlayStation complaining about Kojima working with Xbox. But still, chance ball winning numbers are 48, 46, and 10. Yeah, for the next 5 days, I didn't get shit.
Rush it out the door before it's ready. I think we have continued to sort of examine how we think about games and making sure that they are going to meet our players' expectations. Obviously, the last 2 years have really challenged us from a development standpoint. How we work now largely remotely, while a lot of our folks are not back in the office, and that has an impact. I also think we've been thinking about things like release dates and when do we give those out, and how do we make sure we give one out that we actually hit and don't have to change later. So it's not something we undertake lightly, but at the end of the day, I think what our fans expect, what Xbox fans, what Bethesda fans expect is a high quality game, and we want to do everything we can to give our teams the time to fully realize the games they're making.
I'm letting you guys know right now, there's going to be a lot of bugs. There's going to be a lot of bugs with these games coming out. We may have some betas here or there, but I'm just here annoyed because I'm like, My fear is that they pull what they did with Fallout 76. If you guys don't know what happened with Fallout 76, I'm just afraid that they pull one of those bullshits again, one of those moves. But I think under the new management, things will be good. But let's just cross our fingers and hope that whenever they do decide to launch that stuff, that they at least give access to beta testing, so that way things can at least work more fluid when it comes to the game. So it's a Bethesda game, yeah. The bugs are gonna be there.
Yeah, and I think that's what it's all about, right? Like delivering an amazing experience for the players out there. And
I'm just afraid that the thing might crash and the game might be unbeatable. One of those bugs is so annoying. I don't mind anything else, but I don't like those bugs where it gives you an error, it closes the game, or you may lose your save file. That's my biggest fear.
So, speaking of games, we're just going to jump into it. We're going to start with how the showcase started with
Sounds good.
Redfall. Now, before we even get...
They did, but they lied, Nani. They lied. That's what happened. That's what messed everything up. They lied. They said it was going to be 4 times the detail. When the game came out, it felt like it was a PS2 game or a PS3 game. Sorry, a PS3 game. And the game that we got from Fallout 76 wasn't the one that was promised or that was shown in the showcase when it came out. So they literally lied, and they got sued for that, and they lost. So
into the game, Arcane's making the game, and I want you to talk a little bit about the pedigree of Arcane, just in case people don't know.
Sure.
These folks over there, they're doing their thing.
Arcane Studios is known for really amazing, immersive sims. They do any number of things. If you play games of theirs, Dishonored, Dishonored 2, Prey, there's a lot of common threads you'll find in them. They create really amazing, believable worlds. I think that's a big part of their game is when you're in Dunwall or you're up on a space station in Prey, that it feels believable. There's a reason why things are the way they are. They're also a big believers in systems-based as opposed to scripted. So they really embrace player freedom and sort of giving players the tools to decide. You figure out how you want to complete.
I was just thinking about playing Mario Kart. Roblox we're gonna do on the weekend. I think we said with Minecraft, if I'm not mistaken. Dishonored was also good. Yeah. Dishonored 1 was amazing. And then part 2 came out. I don't know what part 2 was about. And then you had the other ones that branched out. They tried to do like Assassin's Creed type of thing, and I was like, no, stick to the formula. You don't have to kill off your main protagonist. Like, I don't know, man. But it wasn't a bad game. Number 1 was really amazing.
This mission or get through this area. We're not going to tell you how. We're just going to give you tools and then give you the freedom to go and do. But there's great characters and interesting story. They bring a lot of different elements and then really let the player create the experience they want.
And that's what it's all about. Gamers have taken many games and made it their own. And I think the fact that Arcane is making the game with that in mind is super important. Now, how similar or dissimilar would you say this game, Redfall, is from the other Arcane games?
Look, on the surface, it's a first-person shooter that you can play solo or with up to 4 players, and so immediately you might say, well, it's not a single-player game, so it must be wildly different. And don't get me wrong,
I don't have Mario Kart, but I do have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Switch, so... Nah, yo, you sus, bro.
Absolutely ways in which it is different, but I think when folks play the game, and even when they see more of the game, I think they'll start to see all of those things about an Arcane game that they love and appreciate, why it's won multiple...
I've seen it, Monesa, but I don't have space on my phone to add more games, and I already have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which is what we're currently playing on the Nintendo Switch.
The Action Game of the Year award.
Now you can keep your money. It's okay. Thank you. Appreciate it. It has nothing to do. It's nothing to do with insecurity. But what I'm trying to explain to you is that there's no hairline. I just shaved yesterday. There's no hair. So what am I supposed to show if there's no hairline? And that's kind of sus if you want to see my head. That's kind of sus, bro.
Awards for Dishonored 2, is their ability to bring all of those things together, really high level of polish, and let folks experience it. And so I think all of those things we talked about. If you want to play a game by yourself and get a great Arcane story, you can absolutely do that in Redfall. But you can also do things that you haven't been able to do in an Arcane game, like experience it with friends and find out sort of how the whole can become greater than the sum of the parts, like playing it off of each character's abilities. You saw some of that in the demo that we showed. You know, I think the more that people appreciate that, you almost are going to want to try and play Redfall a couple of different ways. You might want to play it by yourself a little bit, play it with others, and it's a game that allows you to do either or both of those things, however you see fit.
I'm glad you talked about playing with friends, because I'm taking applications for friends.
You're already seeing enough hairlines right here on the stream. Look at this guy's hairline. His shit is pushed back. If my shit was pushed back like that, I would just shave my head. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not shitting on him. I'm just letting you know.
To help me get...
Nah, I don't want the money. I don't need the money. With all due respect. Thank you, but it's cold right now. It's cold.
The Redfall.
Can I put my name on that list? I'm down to a little...
It'd be an honor. Pete,
keep me on that list.
All right,
we need to go explore Redfall together.
I'm excited. I can't wait for that. And so let's talk a little bit more about the game. Now, you know, between the trailer that we saw last year at the reveal, as well as this one that we just saw,
Did he just cut him off?
Redfall reminded players of other co-op shooters like Left 4 Dead, for example. What makes Redfall unique?
Again, it's one of those things, like if you watch just like combat footage, you might look at Left 4 Dead or Back 4 Blood or any of these things and go, oh, I see multiple characters facing a bunch of enemies, and like, so it's the same game. But I think that.
Fuck, man, I just cut my nails, and you know those little things that come out on the side of your nails, like after you cut your nails, and they pop out, and like you gotta take a tweezer or something to pull them out. I hate them little shits.
That would be doing a disservice, that it's all of the things that take place in between the combat as well as the combat itself, sort of combining different skills and abilities in the way that you do, you know, Layla dropping down an elevator using her powers that Jacob can use to get up top on a roof and provide cover. You know, you have different characters who play roles really well, how you choose to use Brebone.
This game's going to be good.
Robot,
this game's going to be
all
good.
All of those things come into, again, allowing the players not to say, here's a set of rules and you can only use, like, no, here's just some stuff that you can go off into this amazing sort of...
No, they already announced Rockstar Games that GTA is in the process of being developed. More than likely, it's not going to be out till like 2023, 2025, they said, between those years. So we might see something by then. I believe they're using Unreal Engine 5, if I'm not mistaken, and it's going to be only for next-gen console. So by the time they start phasing out the PlayStation 4 and other stuff, it's going to be probably around 2024. So we'll probably start seeing the game, probably get some previews or something by 2023, maybe hear more in 2024, but more than likely the game will be released around 2025. Stalker 2 is delayed to 2023, by the way, because of war. Yeah, I heard about that. It's a lot of the game companies had to move out of the certain places because they couldn't work there no more. So, yeah. This game is actually really good. Vampire Masquerade is similar to this, but I think this game has the upper hand just because it's more cooperative, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you. The mechanics look much better compared to what Vampire Masquerade had.
Of dynamic, ever-changing world and sort of experience and explore for yourself, and you come back the next day and it'll look and feel like a different experience, even though you're in the exact same part of the game. I mean, I think those are the kinds of things that Arcane does that really bring that sort of extra special element that makes their game so compelling.
Yeah, compelling and fresh. So I'm excited for Redfall, and you said it here for everyone to see that we're going to be playing together. So I'm going to hold you to that.
Absolutely.
You got the proof. All right.
Can't wait.
Oh, awesome. So let's talk about Elder Scrolls Online. Now, I want to talk about the team philosophy, because I hear that the team is actually banned from saying things like, now is the perfect time to play.
My least favorite saying is there's never been a better time to play a game. Like, we all say that. Yes, games always...
What up, Cygnus? How's everything? I was disappointed they didn't show Hellblade 2. They didn't? I thought they were going to announce something for that, no?
Always get better. We know that. The thing that we love about where Elder Scrolls Online is going is their ability to continually refresh the experience for players, provide new experiences, like going to High Isle, a place they've never been in an Elder Scrolls game. It does a lot of things like story and intrigue. There's a lot of politics in High Isle, different factions and the conflict that's going on there. And again, a way that you can jump in and play by yourself and experience it by yourself, even though it's an MMO, but the real special sauce of Elder Scrolls Online is our amazing community. They're so welcoming, they're so helpful. You know, if you need a little bit of help, if you need a lot of help, they're there for you to help explain, to, you know, to make sure you have a fun experience. And honestly, like, that is such a huge part for an online game of creating an environment where anybody, no matter whether you just started playing or you've been playing for 8 years, can have a good experience no matter how you decide to engage with it.
I love that you mentioned that.
I got it. I finally bit the little piece out. So, you know, when you cut your nails, I'm sorry this is so fucking random, but it was just bothering me. You freshly cut your nails, and then for us guys, I don't know if like females go through this, but for us guys, like, I like cutting my nails like all the way, like almost close to my skin, so I don't have to worry about it. And then I had like the little things on the side that pop out. It's not necessarily part of the nail, but I couldn't get it with the clipper. Fallout 5 is going to be single player, by the way. Why would it be multiplayer? I thought all the other games were gonna be like that. No, I figured it wasn't gonna be like Fallout 76. I figured it was gonna be single player campaign.
Community is such a, as you mentioned, is such a huge part of any online game. And so for players who may not have played Elder Scrolls, who are, like you said, looking to jump in, to know that they have that community backing them, that's going to help them, guide them in their journey, is super exciting. So, but I want to talk about Fallout a little bit.
Okay.
Huge milestone recently, 25 years of Fallout. It can rent a car even now. At this point, right? We're talking about it. All right, so this has to mean something super special to the team.
Absolutely, and look, we are as aware of anybody. Like, this franchise did not start with Bethesda. It's one that we took on along the way, and our intent is not just to pay homage to like Bethesda Fallout. Like, no, we mean all Fallout, because what this series has done, what it meant to us.
I want to get Fallout New Vegas too.
Played those games, played the original
we need Fallout New Vegas
Fallout
too.
2. And then what the franchise has become, and sort of growing and finding an even, you know, a new audience with Fallout 3, Fallout 4, Fallout New Vegas.
We need New Vegas too. We need New Vegas too ASAP.
Fallout 76 is something we really want to celebrate, and honestly,
I don't think it needs co-op.
What's going on in
Fallout 5 does not need co-op. Fallout 5 does not need co-op.
Fallout 76 with the pit and your ability to continue to push the boundaries in an online game of story and meaningful player choice, and as you're going along making decisions that kind of matter and have a real impact, I think is important in the evolution of Fallout 76, and just honestly how far that game has come from its launch. Like, we're keenly aware of how that launch went, but we are also keenly aware of the incredible amount of effort and dedication.
The game is fixed. Fallout 76 is good now, but it took too long. People lost interest down the road, and now nobody really wants to play it.
From all of our teams across Bethesda to say, like, we believe in this thing, and we want to give the fans more of what they want and the kind of experiences that they want, and where Fallout 76 is now is truly remarkable when you go back and look at sort of where we were and how far we've come, and honestly how much cool stuff is in store in the pit. It's going to be super fun.
Excited to jump in, and again, that's one of those things that I'm sure you guys attribute to the community, giving that feedback.
You know, that 76 community, again, not just in the game, but what they do for each other, to support other folks in the community, what they have done to raise funds for worthwhile causes. Like, it's not just an amazing group of gamers, it's an amazing group of human beings, and honestly one that we're honored to interact with and be a part of every day.
I love that, Pete. Before you make me cry, we're going to move on to Starfield, all right?
Okay.
All right, so let's talk about it. Starfield.
What?
I did the show. I got to say, watching the trailer, breathtaking. It's one of those things from the different locations, and just seeing the difference between that moon versus the populated city, just amazing. The dog fighting, just everything was so awesome. The team really outdid themselves.
It's one of those things about a Bethesda Studios game that I always love, and it's been the case, honestly, since, you know, I worked on Morrowind and Oblivion and all those games that, you know, we talked about. And for every single one, you cannot pin people down to, oh, it's about this, because it's not. Like, ultimately what those games are massive sandboxes where they give players just ridiculous amounts of freedom to say, you go figure out what kind of game you want to play and what kind of experience you want to have, because that's what this game is about.
But can we be honest, doesn't Starfield just feel like No Man's Sky? Or is it just me? Like, doesn't Starfield feel like what No Man's Sky was supposed to be? I know I'm not the only one who's thinking this.
It's not us prescribing and saying, you have to do these things. And like, no, it's about creating this huge sandbox with over 1,000 planets, so you can completely explore and say, yeah, but you don't have to. Like, it's entirely up to you to figure out what is fun for me. Do I want story? Do I want to join factions? Do I want to, build outposts and gather resources to build more cool stuff? The team really puts all of those tools in the player's hands and step back and says, now it's time for you to tell the story of Starfield, which is your story, which is going to be different than mine, which is going to be different than everybody else's. And I think that's really where the magic of a Bethesda Game Studios game happens.
Speaking about the scope of everything, Todd said that this is what an epic RPG is. What does Bethesda define an epic RPG as?
I think, again, it's sort of leaning into, look, there's a lot of folks who take a lot of different approaches on what does an open world mean. And Bethesda Game Studios...
It's the same shit. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's literally the same thing, but they're improving. I like that they're improving on top of the previous example, right? Like they keep on improving on the ladder and then keep moving forward, right, and pushing the envelope. But then my issue is that like you're not bringing nothing fresh to the table. Like if you're a gamer, you're like, okay, all these games look similar, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna do things different. It's definitely a unique game in its own sense, but I feel like it's gonna be overshadowed with it feeling too familiar to No Man's Sky. So
always pushes themselves to the most freedom and least limitations, right? Where the items in the world are all real things. You walk into a store and there's a bunch of weapons or whatever. Like that's not just art on a countertop. Like you could pick those up. You could steal them and run out of it. You can create chaos. Like we don't want to put too many limits on what the player is or isn't allowed to do. We love it when players say, I wonder what happens if, and then they try it. And then they get to see like, oh my Lord, chaos.
Give me a second. Somebody's at the door. Who the hell is that? Hold on, give me a second. Somebody's at the door.
Ensued and it was insanity. Everybody was.
Coco, I also finished story mode on Legends. Nice. I'm still on part 4. I gotta finish that one and then get to 7. Did you get all your CCs from it? Did you clear everything like golden stars? You need to work on the gunfight on Starfield. I don't like that much. It needs to be a little bit more Michael Bay-ish, if that makes sense.
Shooting at me, and like that's I think the beauty of Bethesda Game Studios and the number of ways that they push for you to explore that, right? It's not just one, it's you could spend thousands of hours doing nothing but shipbuilding and like focus that as all you're about, and that's okay. But you could also be about exploring every planet and finding all of the good, and that's okay. Or you could just play the main story and be like, I want a kind of experience that I'm guided through so that I kind of get to see stuff, and I might.
You got that Coco hairline.
Stop here and there. Oh, there's a cool side quest that I got, but I want something that sort of leads me through because I'm a little, it can be a little daunting to say you can go do whatever I want. Like, ooh, I don't know what I should do. So some folks want a little bit of a guided path or to understand where the fun is, and no approach is wrong. Like for me, that's epic because it says we aren't putting any limits on what you can or can't do. We're going to set you loose and just sit back and watch the beauty that you create with your own stories and the way that you
maybe tonight,
solve
maybe tomorrow,
or choose to spend your time in this world we've created.
I love that.
Friday.
What you said about, those moments that maybe you experience that I don't. Like those are some of the best moments if I think back to playing RPGs when I'm discussing with my friends. Oh, did you see that? No, I didn't see that. Where did you see it? And having them go out and find it. So I think that's going to be one of those things.
We talk about that a lot, that sort of water cooler moment.
How to check the cameras because you never know what you're gonna find, and I had to set them up. The Ring cameras are so easy to set up, bro. You just put them at the boom, boom, boom. You can check and monitor who the hell be coming around. I may catch a ghost or two.
Exactly. Like you come.
So thinking about it, actually not tonight. It's gonna have to be probably Friday. Friday I don't think I'm gonna be gaming, so what I'm gonna do instead is gonna do another game after this, and then Fortnite in about like 6 hours with Nani, because by then it's gonna be like midnight for him, I think, or if not 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock his time, I think, or 11. I don't know. I'm gonna hit him up. But then Friday we're not gonna game, so that way I can save like 2 hour slot there, like around maybe 10 o'clock my time, if that makes sense. So that way we finish at 12 o'clock. For you, it's gotta be probably like way early, super early, maybe.
And the next day, and you talk to everybody about what you did, and you were like, wait, I did that quest, but I did this completely different thing, and you sort of start to appreciate all of the choices.
So what about Friday at, so what, 10 o'clock is 4 a.m. for you, right? So you're 6 hours ahead. So for you to be able to stream at 10 o'clock, I would have to watch this at 4 p.m. in the afternoon. So 4 p.m. in the afternoon for you will be 10 p.m. 10 p.m. at Friday night. Does that work for you? Because I know there's a few folks that are watching in the UK as well, and in Asia, and that would probably work out for them. Let me know if that works. 10 p.m. your time. That would have to be what, 6 p.m. my time? I mean 4 p.m. my time. Okay.
That you could have made, you didn't even realize were an option. Like, oh, I didn't even think about doing that. Like, oh yeah, I just ran in and stole his ship and shot all of his crew members and took off. Like, you can do that? Like, oh yeah, you can do anything. Like that, I think that is a special part of a Bethesda Game Studios game. And when we say epic RPG, we mean all of the stories, all of them.
All right, you just gave me some ideas for stealing people's ships, so I appreciate that. That's going to be top on the list to do in Starfield. Now,
so
we saw quite a bit of combat and action in the game.
Between 2
that
and 4
seems to also be, in
my time.
addition to exploring and everything, that seems to be another huge focus of the game.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, look, if you look at a game like Skyrim, which, like, everybody's played Skyrim at this point, it can, you know, a combat is a big part of that. Unless you decide it's not. Like, if you're one of those folks that says, actually, I'm going to do the alchemy thing.
Wait, the big skeletons can do fus roda? Really? I don't remember that.
And I just go off and pick flowers and make potions and, like, live another life in another world this way, then combat isn't part of it. But look, we know in an epic RPG, there's always bad people, they, you know, shooting at you. Sometimes you got to return fire, and there's a lot of fun to be had there. And so, you know, providing a lot of different skills that sort of determine how good you are in combat, combined with all the different weapons in the game, and then you layer in ship combat and all of these other things, it starts to sort of...
It's true, because usually when I get a game that has like quality of life things that you can do, the first thing I do is I go fishing. Or I go alchemy. If there's alchemy, that's the first thing I do. And what can I say? It's just one of those things that I think if the game offers it, it's kind of entertaining. I don't know how to explain it. Right now, because of the whole COVID thing, and you can't go outside, you can't go do things like you used to do back in the day. You kind of are doing it now in a digital world, but it's still fun, if that makes sense. It can't replace the original thing, but at least it can simulate what it used to be like, if that makes sense. Did you see that creature they caught on camera? It looked like Crash. Which one? Where, here?
Paint a picture of just how broad or how deep the rabbit hole goes.
It's going to be so impressive. And you touched on it a little bit, and I want to talk about it because this was when I'm watching the video, the demo, what I saw, and it really caught my eyes around the ship. It's not just getting in the ship and that's your ship. There's so much behind it. Can you talk about it a little bit?
Yeah, like every ship is customizable to the nth degree, and not just like cosmetically. I want my ship to look like this or look like that, though obviously that's totally a thing that you could do if all you care about is cosmetics. But it goes much deeper than that in terms of like what kind of shields you have, what kind of weapons you have, like what kind of ship are you building, what do you want it to be.
A Tasmanian, they caught a Tasmanian devil or something?
Good at, what trade-offs are you willing to make or not. And then the other part of it is, of course, well, you can't just, like, it's a spaceship. Those aren't cheap. So you have to figure out, like, how am I going to do this? Where do I get the resources to build this stuff? What kind of, you know, skills do I need to level up to improve different parts of my ship
Man's
beyond,
Sky. It's
you know,
the same thing. It's
what
No
I could
Man's
do
Sky.
without those skills. So there's a lot of, again, choices in terms of you get to decide that, how much you want to put into that or not. Do you just want to give somebody money for the parts that you want? Do you want to build it? All of those things are sort of part of the fun of deciding how much do you want to interact with this and how do you want to interact with it.
Absolutely. I mean, just as you mentioned, the scope, the level of player agency, something that I feel like is going to just make Starfield such a special experience. So between Redfall, ESO, Fallout 76, and Starfield, you all are just killing the game.
Yeah, we got a few games coming out.
It's going to be so great. Pete, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, Pete.
Don't forget to play with me. He's going to be like, don't forget to play with me. Remember, you promised you were going to play with me and shit. Get 3 months of Game Pass for $1, bro. I'm about to make a new account.
We'll hear from our friends around the world, including Squanch Games, Obsidian Entertainment, Playground Games, and of course, Xbox fans like you. But first, let's hear from the creators of one of the world's most popular Battle Royale games.
Fortnite? Oh.
大家好，我是永劫无间制作人关磊。
We are glad to share Naraka Blade Point, a unique online multiplayer action game with players all around the globe.
I know y'all over there like, what the fuck, Coco? Fortnite? Really?
As a NetEase studio, 24 Entertainment is joining hands with Microsoft to bring Naraka Blade Point to consoles for the first time. You could play the game on Xbox Series X and S, as well as Windows next week.
You got an ad?
We're also joining Xbox Game Pass, a platform with a huge player base and a vast, bright future. Naraka has been so well received on the PC platform. I am so grateful to the players for their love and support. As a competitive survival game incorporating a lot of action elements, Naraka
was really good. No, it's not an ad with his voice. He's speaking in Japanese, but they put a voice over so that way you can see that it's not his real voice. Because they're not going to spend the time to actually mimic his lip movement to something that sounds like English. So they're literally just putting his voice in the background very faint, so that way you understand that it's just a translation with subtitles, obviously.
Features a range of characters with unique personalities. Each hero draws from different civilizations and cultures.
I like the game. It's good. The game is good.
Battles allow for a great degree of strategic play. You've got a
was
wealth
Coco,
of
what do you
melee
mean?
and ranged weapons to choose from, and a vast map filled with interactive elements to explore. Perhaps you'll engage your foes in samurai combat, katanas at the ready, or maybe you'll use Persian assassin techniques and strike from afar. With your
The game is
grappling
good.
hook,
The game is
you
good.
can fly between temple walls and
He sounds like an ad guy,
forests
yeah.
with ease. Beyond solo endeavors, you can also party up with friends and use group tactics to flatten.
What up, Zeldrip? Welcome back, Ultra Gogeta. Yeah, the guy has a voice for like an ad or something. The game is amazing. I like that you have different warriors with different like weapons and battle styles. It looks really cool. This is the game that Nani I think was telling me that he mentioned it to me before, and I kind of remember him telling me. And it looks really fun and addictive.
Your foes. That's Naraka's underlying design philosophy.
Nice, Zeldrip.
That
Yeah, it's a
you're
good game. It's a good
unchained
game.
And have the freedom
Especially
to
when you
choose
get
how
new
you
brawlers.
play. Collect soul jades to change how you play. Transform your katana strikes and make your cannon a weapon of mass destruction.
It's an update file for Five
Each
Nights at
hero
Freddy's.
can be customized too. Whether you want to rush into battle as a berserker warrior or cast fireballs as a sorcerer, the choice is yours.
That's
We
what I
can't
want.
forget to mention
the
our
sorcerer.
unique face customization system too. You'll never need to worry about running into a doppelganger on the battlefield, because you're able to edit your hero's features to your heart's content. You can even recreate your favorite faces. As we approach Naraka's first launch anniversary, we're introducing a brand new weapon, the Twin Blades, releasing together with the Xbox and Game Pass editions.
Wow.
Twin blades strike with the speed of a raging tempest and sweeping blows. We've seen similar weapons in other games, but here in Naraka, it comes with a style all its own.
Oh, well, we got an
Charging
update.
up strikes is usually a
Yeah, I just got an update right now. That said that Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach got an update. It's installing right now as I speak.
high risk,
We
high reward.
seen the trailer for it already. I don't know if it was gonna be free. I don't know if that's what's downloading right now, but
move.
we've seen it.
With the twin blades, you can charge up while moving and keep your momentum as you unleash a flurry of combos on foes. Since its release, Naraka Blade Point has launched its own faction clash game mode with Omni's Nightmare and the thrilling limited time mode Shadow Slash.
We did.
There have been many casual modes to play as well. but our community has eagerly asked for a campaign mode.
Yeah, we saw it. We saw it like
We're always listening.
We saw it like about, when was it? Yeah, when it came out, we ended up seeing it, and it was like hella hype. I think we reacted to it live. So that's probably what it is. Yeah, that's probably what it is that's installing right now.
To our player base, and we're happy to
and
announce
another
that the wait
update
is over.
Nani, there's an update for Fortnite, update 359. Let me see what the hell that's about. Hold on a second. Well, I don't know. Something's downloading right now. All I know that there's an update. That's what I was saying, is that I'm not sure if that's what's installing right now, but there was an update for that game for security breach. Not sure what it is. So version 1.11 just ended up being installed. Not sure what that's in there. And then you have, it's not what I want. And then the Fortnite update. Nani, make sure you install that if you're gonna play with us later on. What up, Infinity Lord? How's everything, my boy?
Players will see the first chapter of our campaign mode. Form teams of 3 to take on new enemy types and massive bosses.
Alright, let me go.
Disarming a boss
really
won't be as easy as disarming another player, though. PvP and campaign mode are two entirely different games. Further campaign chapters are also in the works, so we're eager to hear any feedback you have for us. We are also working on an Xbox One version and hope to see more players join Naraka later this year.
Yeah.
Naraka is launching on Xbox Series X and S
Sounds
and
good,
Windows
Infinity
Store
Lord. How's
on
everything,
June
my boy?
23rd, and it's included with Game Pass at launch day. Now's your chance to dive into the world of Naraka.
Nani
Blade
says the game looks good.
快来体验我生
I
无
agree,
惧吧。
Nani. The game looks hella fun. The game looks hella fun. I agree, Nani. It looks really fun. It really does.
History is filled with moments of greatness. Some well known, some lost to time. But what about the history that could have been if you were its architect?
What up, Bad Pink? How you doing? Welcome to the stream, Bad Pink.
How would
How's your day
you
going so
reshape
far?
the world?
Welcome, welcome. My name is Coco with a K.
What
It was a
new
girl into the
stories would you
security
tell?
breach. Yep.
And
It
when
was something
your
like that. It was a
people
while
speak,
back.
would you listen?
Some the
How
one
would you
shit.
lead them in this new world?
Nani says some the one shit. Nah, bro.
History is filled with moments of greatness.
This game looked
But these
interesting, but
will be yours.
I mean, it's gonna be on Game Pass. It's gonna be free, so. Ara. Security breach, I mean. The fact it shows a broken Pizza Plex statue of Freddy, it's gonna be interesting.
I'm excited to welcome our friends from Oxide Games for a closer look at their historical grand strategy game for PC called Ara History Untold. Dan, Michelle, thank you two for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
And on behalf of the
My boy got that Coco hairline, you see him?
entire studio, we are really excited to be here and finally be able to talk about Ara.
I mean, we all are excited too. You just had the world premiere 2 days ago for Ara. And I have to say, I'm a really big history fan. I love me some history, so I've been looking forward to talking to you two about this.
Yep.
Now, we all know this is not your
I forgot what the trailer was like, but I know we reacted to it live on stream, and it was really good. So I don't know. I'm kind of curious. We might end up playing Security Breach later on just to see what the update was about. Prove it's a Coco hairline by showing how a real Coco hairline look like. Sus as fuck, bro. William Afton is seeking like he will roam around.
Your first strategy
Thought he
game,
died,
but the vision
didn't he?
behind Ara is so ambitious. So tell us more about it. And also for those who are new to Oxide Games, we would love to hear more about the studio as well.
So Oxide Games was founded 9.5 years ago in my basement,
They're
actually,
okay. They're okay.
from the development leads of Civilization 5. And our goal is to push strategy games to the next level.
And what's really great about working on a new IP is that you don't have kind of these previous expectations that a sequel would have. And so the sky really was the limit, and we got to really take the genre to a new space. And we really hope that not only will fans of strategy games like this, but people who've never played a strategy game before will find something they love as well.
You're absolutely taking it to the next level. I think I saw like a drone was in like the 18th century or something like that. It's very fascinating. And I think that like if you're someone who really enjoys history, it's bringing like all the worlds together, all the periods.
But just imagine, Nani, imagine you make your own civilization and you have like a whole bunch of like technological guys and whatnot and a government you control. It's kind of like Sims. I mean, I get what you're saying, but was this the game they were showing us that if was this the game they were showing us that what would have happened if the roles would have been switched? Like what if the Japanese would have won the war, or what if the indigenous people of the Americas would have won against the Spaniards? Like what would have happened? I think this is what they were saying, right? So that's why I think that's one of the interesting aspects of playing like those civilization games. Like what if you were able to turn the tables? What would have happened? What's the concept of what the civilization would have looked like in our times if they would have won those battles, if that makes sense? What if Cocorito won against the Americans?
Periods of time together, and that's a grand vision.
I am indigenous, you do know that, right? I mean, just not from this side. I'm from South America, so, but we're not the same. We're not the same. A lot of people confuse Native Americans with like Central Americans, and you have like indigenous people from South America, and they think that it's all the same. It's not. We look alike, but we're not the same. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It just means like, you know, you don't want to get canceled and be like, oh, but you're not Native American, which I'm not, but descendant from. You could tell.
So how does the vision of Ara?
People tell me, they'd be like, yo, my boy, you look Samoan, you look Indian, and I'm like, nah. Cocorito.
Impact the player experience within the game.
So one of the kind of big things we wanted to do with Ara was really explore how to make the game less about finding that optimal strategy, that optimal path, and really bring in ways to make it more meaningful to the player, make it unique to themselves. So what are different kinds of choices we can bring to the player so that when you play it's different than when I play, and yet we can both be competitive together? How can we do things to really impact agency and
yeah, but Nerik, they showed that you could play as any other civilization. They added civilizations, right? Unless it wasn't this game. Freddy Fazbear, I thought he was not the one that was controlled. I thought this was like a different version of Freddy, no?
Expression, and really let you express your values and your play styles through the different mechanics.
Nah, Bonnie was not there. I don't think Bonnie
and
was
Dan,
there.
what about you? How does the vision impact the overall experience?
So one of the big things that we've been working on is what we call.
But that's what I was saying. It's not historical wars. It's based off of what would have happened. So maybe I'm confusing the games. I saw another war game in which they let you play as the Japanese and you ended up beating the Americans and whatnot.
The living world. We wanted the expression of the game to manifest itself in a way that felt authentic and cool. So we've spent a lot of effort on making sure that the choices that you make are expressed in a visual way. And so you're going to see your citizens doing things that reflect the choices that you've made. And this is actually really challenging. So one of the goals when we founded Oxide was to not have to tell the designers, no, you can't do that thing. And so it was a very large technological constraint from doing something like that. But we have our own proprietary engine that allows us to really bring this alternate Earth to life.
I think that's the beauty, right? Because in history, the great thing about learning history is that you learn about culture, you learn about stories, you learn about things that are probably brand new to your eyes. But the way that Ara helps you remix, reimagine, and rewrite history is a beautiful sight to see. And I'm excited to get my hands on it, and I'm sure everyone else is who's watching. So let us know, where can we learn more about it? And
I don't know about excited.
Can we get our hands on it? Because I need it today.
I don't know about excited. But if it's on Game Pass, it's going to be free. So that means that you can play it for free day one.
If you head over to the website, you can sign up for the Insider program, which will give you a chance to join the technical alpha and play the game later this summer, which is super exciting because we've been playing it, all the time, and so now you'll have a chance to play.
Dan, Michelle, thank you two so much for giving us the lowdown on Aura. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Grounded is finally leaving early access and moving into full release with a highly anticipated...
I'm sorry, I'm just laughing because I can't be that chippy. Like, if I was to go on a game show like that, I would have to be like, I don't know, being too chippy, unless it's like a really game that I enjoy. But maybe she does enjoy the game. Who knows? Freddy's eyes in the trailer were purple. It's like he was brain controlled. All right, Nadik, have a good night, my boy from Poland. Be safe. I hope you dream about hairlines. You have a good one, okay? SimCity, I think, is like over that game. SimCity 4 was Sims 4, I think it was. It was alright. It wasn't too bad. But I'm thinking that I'm confusing this game with another game that's kind of like that, where you fight other civilizations. So it may show up. I would not pay 60 for that. Hell no.
Story mode. Here's Adam Brennicke and Eric Dorabella from Obsidian Entertainment to tell us more.
What can players expect from the 1.0 launch of Grounded?
The big one, of course, is going to be a complete game, and that means story, right? You know, from beginning to end, you can play through, you know, why are you here? Who put you here?
Yeah, exactly.
And how are you going to get home? And I think those are like the big questions that people are asking about Grounded. Originally, we really just wanted to make a survival game. And one of the jokes was, hey, what if we did backyard survival? Everyone was like, yeah, that's a very unusual idea, but I think there's something there. One of the things that we did early on was establish the art style of Grounded. Things started like coming to life as we did the initial prototypes and like seeing some of the cool things, like the first time we added like the spider into the yard, seeing the reactions of people in the office, like even like jump scares, like people screaming.
It's fun. The beta, it looks good.
The team is very small. It's
Hello,
the smallest team
what up,
I've ever
Weez?
worked
How's
on at
everything? Welcome
Obsidian.
to the stream.
I wanted everyone to be able to participate on the design side of things, so I said everyone is a designer on the team, and I think that extends.
Yeah, we saw the game. What they're doing now, it's extended. Like they're going more in depth with what the game is about, how they're designing it, what they're doing, and it's kind of good for us to see this because we actually get to see a behind-the-scenes look as to how much effort is being put into these games. And for me, I personally wanted to watch it because I'm leaning more towards buying the new Xbox, and this has pretty much helped me resolve my mind as to getting the game. I mean, getting the system, because aside from all the free games, you're getting not just like indie. I'm not saying that indie games are bad, but you're getting AAA games day one of their release, and you can't go wrong with that. With how expensive things are nowadays, with the gas, the food, and just a whole bunch of other things, you have to factor in entertainment as well. And if you're living like paycheck to paycheck, or if you have just enough money, you're still gonna be smart enough with your money and be like, I don't want to spend $60 on a video game, and it's gonna cost, I think, $70 next year or something like that. The game prices are gonna go up. So imagine paying for a service that's a year service for, I forgot how much it costs, and then you get these games for free. Like in the release of the next 12 months, you're getting a whole bunch of games for free. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. You can't go wrong with that. Yeah, it looks like a reference to Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Yeah, we said that last time we saw it. It looks like a fun game though. It looks like a really fun game.
And into our community and how we're building the game in game preview and early access.
That's probably one of the big successes of the game, is how close we work with the community and take all their feedback and suggestions. I think it's super rad.
For a game developer too, that is a huge thing, just to get people's feedback constantly of what they're liking, what they're not liking, and all those adjustments just make
Nani, when did you play
much
this?
better game.
When did you play this, Nani? How's the combat system, by the way?
We're at that point now that the yard's getting finished, and now we can play through the story. There's a lot of surprises. There's a lot of things that I think players aren't going to expect. And I
think I know what you're talking about. I cannot wait to see players' reactions. I know a lot of players are just waiting for the story to be.
From what I understood, it's like a mad scientist. I think he not kidnaps these kids, but I think he lures them to the backyard and then throws them into this Hunger Games type of thing. And then if they're able to survive, like they earn their freedom or something like that. That's what I understood from the trailer that we saw. And I was like, bro, what kind of sick shit is that? There was a one. I don't think there was a One Piece game trailer. I think they were talking about a One Piece. I think they're gonna do more anime for Netflix, if I'm not mistaken. So I think that's what they're working on. But as far as a video game, I don't think they're working on one at the current time. 2020 was on the Game Pass. They're just releasing the full. Okay.
We finished to finally jump into the game. People who played the game previously are also like holding out for more content. I think it's just going to pull a lot of people back in and gain a lot of new players. So Adam, we have the Broodmother from last year. It was like our first big boss. And then we came out with a bunch of mini bosses like Termite King and the Assistant Manager. But in this trailer, we're showing players the Mantis. What can they expect from this?
So we're super...
It's okay, Weiss. If you guys just joined and it's super late for you guys can just either knock out to the stream or you guys can just watch until the stream ends. But if it's super late, I recommend you guys can just put me in the background. Go ahead and go AFK and just listen and fall asleep. No worries. Is Breath of the Wild 2 out yet? I don't think it is. I don't think. It's on the Game Pass right now, but it's not the full game. Oh, okay. It's like kind of like the beta still, or alpha, if I'm not mistaken. How's the combat system? From what I'm seeing, it looks like it's not too sturdy. It's not too, like, stiff.
Super excited to finally show off the Mantis. I know that's been a big...
Oh, yeah, we did see the trailer, but we didn't see nothing else new after that. Yeah, but we didn't see nothing else new is what I'm trying to say. I'm sorry. We didn't see nothing else new for that One Piece. They just mentioned that they were working on it, but nothing else.
Ask from players that they want to see a praying mantis in the game.
They've been asking for this for a long time. Do we have anything else that the players can get excited about?
The mantis is just a little tease of one of the new boss fights, but there's more to come, right? Like potentially many boss fights that we have planned for the full release of Grounded. There's a lot more secrets and other things to uncover.
I think Saturday is gonna be the Anime Expo. We might have more info on Bleach. I know we are gonna have info on Bleach. I don't know about a game, but I know they're gonna have info on One Piece maybe. So we may have a new update of the game on Saturday. Who knows? Anime Expo. I'm gonna have to look more into it.
When we reached 5 million players, that was already super crazy. And then we hit the next milestone of 10 million players still being Xbox.
Doubling it, right?
Yeah, in Xbox Game Preview Early Access.
That just goes to show that we have a fantastic game. Everyone's just so surprised.
I assumed that he already knew about the game that was announced. I thought he was going by what IGN is showing, and they just showed like yesterday, I think it was, a One Piece trailer for Netflix. I thought he was referring to that. I didn't think he already saw the trailer for the game that we saw.
Surprised at like how much Grounded has grown.
I just hope that players and the community understand how important they are and impactful on this game with us.
We're so thankful for everyone's support along the way. It's been an amazing journey, and we're finally almost at the finish line, right?
Yeah.
And I think we wouldn't be here without our amazing community and all the fan
DC
support.
game, and then I want to play the
best community.
I want to play the new Star Wars game, the collection. I never played the Ninjago. Ninjago was a good one too. I like Ninjago. And I haven't played Jurassic.
So I got a call from my good friend York Newman, the head of Microsoft Flight Simulator. He told me it was imperative that I meet with him. So I'm in this helicopter. We're flying to this location. We're on our way. Let's go.
I'm gonna see if I have it. I'm gonna see if I have Jurassic. I don't think I have it. I know I ended up buying the new Star Wars one, the collection. And I was looking into buying either Lego City or Ninjago. Which one would you recommend? Jurassic, Ninjago, or Lego City?
York! Hey, Paris, good to see you.
I know Brian, my moderator, told me about it too.
No, thank you.
Jurassic.
What am I doing here?
Later. Let's get in. We don't have much time.
Oh, okay.
All right, Paris. Right across the Potomac. That's where our contact is.
Are we headed towards Arlington?
It's still secret. I'm sorry.
York, what is this place?
Oh, you'll see. Let's go.
Good night, Weez. Have a good one. Be safe. It's on the PlayStation 4 though, right? If it's on the PlayStation 4, I can look into getting it. But if it's not...
Wow, look at this place. Nick, how's it going?
Hello.
Paris, I would like to introduce Nick Partridge from the Smithsonian National Air and Space Museum.
They filmed Transformers there.
But this makes a lot of sense. I saw during the trailer there was a collaboration between the Smithsonian National Air and Space Museum and Flight Simulator. Here we are at the National Air and Space Museum. So let's talk about that collaboration. Tell me more about that.
Well, Jorg and I have been talking for more than a year. He was looking for me, and it turns out I was looking for him to ask the same question, which was, don't you think that our organizations have a lot in common? Dedicated to bringing flight to everyone, and
I was looking for the Spirit of St. Louis, which is in the Smithsonian ever since 1928. And the Smithsonian was gracious enough. They gave us a millimeter perfect scan, which is what we'll feature in the 40th anniversary edition. But as Nick and I kept talking, it was very clear, you know, the world's foremost museum for air and space, the Smithsonian.
It's just too fucking bright for my eyes. I'm over here blinking like 1,000 miles per hour. Thank you, Lord. That's much easier on my fucking eyes. I'm over here like taking the fucking light. July 4th, I believe, is when the new multiverse thing comes out, and it's gonna be free, and I can't wait to play it, man. I'm gonna be whooping ass all day, but I know people are gonna be getting so sweaty in that game. I must get Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga for my Switch. So I play on the PlayStation 4 because of the trophy. So if they have it there, I might end up getting it. No, the full game is coming out. Wait, is it the full game? I think it's the full game, where it's either the beta or the alpha. Because right now, the alpha got released recently, and then the beta is gonna be the one that's gonna show up. I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it might be the full game.
Yeah. And Microsoft celebrating its 40th anniversary. It's a match made in heaven, and there's lots of things we can do.
yeah, authenticity, accuracy, access, it's all there. We're hoping that if everyone has as much fun in the community with the content that we initially collaborated on, a couple of our most historic aircraft, and some of the other aircraft in this center are already in the simulator, maybe we can jump in with both feet and do more in the years to come. Maybe even, who knows, we'll go crazy. We'll put the space shuttle in there.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
All right, you guys have never been here before,
No,
right?
this is my first time.
All right, so keep your eyes peeled, stick together, and Jorg, I've got something special for you right around here.
Perfect. Check this out. This is my favorite plane, the Junkers Ju-52 3-motor. Amazing.
And that is an awesome plane. And as I look at all these planes around here, it makes me ask the question, are you going to put all of them in Flight Sim?
Maybe not all of them, but we hope a lot of them. In the 40th anniversary that comes out this fall, we already have 3. We have the Wright Flyer, the Spirit of St. Louis, and the DC-3. And we hope to get a few more. As Nick and I were talking, there's a lot of things we could do.
Yeah, we started with the most...
I want to play it just to see how good I am at flight. You know, your boy Cocorito got some amazing driving skills in all games. But I want to see how good I am when it comes to, like, you know, the skies and the airplanes. I know for sure I will do a perfect landing. I know we would not crash. I think we would do a great job.
Most iconic ones, and who knows? There's no lack of opportunity.
You know, I keep saying amazing
Tokyo
because
Drift,
this
baby,
place
Tokyo
is
Drift.
amazing. And just like Flight Sim, it just keeps going. So what else is happening?
It does seem like we're going supersonic, like the Concorde here. We've been doing a major update ever since we launched, every month since August 2020. And just today, we're actually launching World Update 10. And guess what?
Tell me.
It's the United States. And it's huge. We have 12 cities, a new height field, brand new aerials, new missions, new airports, new everything. And as always, it's free. And
I know they said they were adding Portugal, they were adding Spain. I think they were adding Spain, Portugal, I think Africa, and a few other places.
check out this beauty.
I have one.
Model 18. They call it the Twin Beach. It's a famous plane, and that's also launching today. And it's a great coincidence.
It's actually a huge coincidence. Jorg's been working on that Beechcraft since before we met, but it's a great example of how much we already had in common.
So Jorg, What can we expect the rest of the year from Flight Sim?
We have a ton of great things coming up. So today is World Update 10. We have 2 more World Updates, one in August and one in October.
I might get one.
And then in November,
it's a
we
red
have the
one,
big
though,
40th anniversary edition, which will be an absolute delight for anyone who loves aviation.
Okay, that 40th anniversary edition.
The reason I bought it, my nephews took it away from me. But the reason I bought it, I'm going to have to buy another one for myself. I bought it to annoy the shit out of people in Grand Theft Auto 5. So, that's something that we're going to be using in the series later on down the future. So, yeah, I got to order a new one. I'm going to order a green one this time. But the one I had was a red one, and my nephews took it away because, you know, it was just hilarious. I just one night ended up stepping on it. He was like, "Arr!" And I was like, oh shit, my chicken.
Tell me more about that.
Yeah, so we're celebrating by bringing back some of the planes from the old Sims, like from Flight Sim 10, 9, 8, even before that. And we're restoring some of the old missions, and we're bringing back some of the...
I don't have it here. My nephews have it. Like they have it somewhere in their toy areas and whatnot. I don't know where the hell they put it, so...
The airports that were in those editions. So it's a real celebration of the franchise.
So this celebration is not only of the franchise, but the past as well.
And we're also adding brand new things on top of it, like that the community really wanted. For example, helicopters. Sobo wrote a brand new fluid dynamic system to make all that work. And then we're adding gliders, which is a completely different way to experience the planet. It's just you and the wind. Right. And then the last one is we're bringing, it's the biggest deal for Simmers, a brand new real-to-life airliner, the A310 from Airbus, by a brand new partner called Builds, a great development team. In fact, of the 10 planes we're bringing, most of them are created in collaboration with third parties. So it's a really cool way for us to integrate with the creator community.
Now,
those planes are beautiful.
If you're on Game Pass, if you already own Flight Sim, the 40th anniversary edition is a free upgrade.
This has just been an incredible experience, seeing all these planes and going through the history and everything that's coming to Flight Simulator. I mean, thank you so much.
Thanks for coming to DC. Paris, thank you, Nick, for the great collaboration with the Smithsonian and for kicking off the 40th anniversary edition of Flight Sim. It's been wonderful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Top 10 ways to whack up your parents. Number 10, giant rubber chicken.
Today was a good day, but now I have a need for speed. I'm headed to the danger zone, baby.
What the fuck was that, bro? That's dope. That's my song every time when I wake up in the morning. As soon as I wake up in the morning, best way to wake up your parents is to have a giant rubber chicken and squeeze it in their bedroom. That's me entering to the room, and I'm like, Espada number 69, Cocorito of the Coco Bitch.
Estamos aquí para disfrutar del mejor día de mi vida, el día de la Xbox, que estoy muy emocionado.
Joder, tío, ese tío es de España.
I came in Madrid just yesterday to be here in FanFest Xbox, and I'm so excited.
Estamos aquí en Madrid para ver nuevos juegos como Starfield, que yo personalmente le tengo muchísimas ganas.
Me ha encantado y no me lo podía perder, es un evento único.
What the fuck just happened?
Why gaming? Just a passion.
You think you're Espada Zero instead of Espada number, you said, nah.
Lo que te digo, es como una familia para mí.
Me ha parecido genial y un cierre para un evento así, maravilloso.
Just the passion that people have. I feel very welcome.
Hey, we're just a snippet of Squanch Games, and we're here to talk about High on Life, our new action, adventure, comedy, Metroid.
You know they're hella blasted. All three of them. Each and every one of them, they're hella blasted right now. All three of them. Because Yami was the strongest Espada. Nah, bro. You're just hating right now. You're just hating because I'm an Espada. And you're a visor and shit.
Vania first-person shooter that is nothing at all, a little bit like Microsoft Excel.
All right, you're a bounty hunter now. You gotta help me rescue my friends. They're Gatlians just like me.
That's our game, High on Life. Pretty insane. There's a lot to talk about.
Let's dive in. So Justin, you're typically known for working in animation. What brings you into the world of games? Why are you in the world of games?
Yeah. I'm obsessed with games, have been my whole life. Always had ideas, always had, things I would love to make, but just never thought I could ever step into that arena because I lack all the skills needed.
You don't know how games work.
Other than like creative direction, creative ideas, like other than that, I lack all the skills to execute.
My favorite one, the one I look up to, has got to be the homie Mayuri Kurotsuchi.
But that's why, that's part of why you want to start Squanch, right? Is to be able to have an idea like that and let it grow to something amazing.
And to be able to be creatively free. I wanted to make games that I wanted to play. And that was sort of the spark that just lit the fire of Squanch Games. And then we shipped Trover and we shipped Accounting Plus, and now we're on this absolutely dream game. This is like our real legit swing at like a proper, we're indie, but this is like our AAA, or is it triple I for indie?
Yeah. We're triple I.
Yeah, this is a triple I game.
So the story of our game mostly follows Earth being invaded by this evil criminal cartel of aliens who come in and kidnap humans and start selling them on the black market like they're drugs. And you're the one human who has to team up with a talking gun and stop.
Think so?
And when you select a cartel leader that
Kenpachi's Bankai? Yeah, in the manga he does his Bankai. As I was saying, nah. If you haven't seen the manga, you have to go read the manga to see what his Bankai looks like. Yeah.
You're gonna go after it opens the portal door
he is
to
the
that world that they're in.
Eric,
he becomes the Bankai.
Can you tell us a little bit about the worlds of the game, the art style of the game, the visuals?
Yeah,
he merges with the Bankai.
We spent a lot of time kind of constructing and creating these awesome alien worlds. Myself and Mikey Spano, who is our art director, him and I worked a ton on the sort of
the
art
game looks
direction
beautiful.
of
The game
really
looks
kind
beautiful.
of landed in this space, which was kind of Blade Runner meets the Muppets.
For a Rick and Morty game, I think it looks amazing. Yeah, the new season comes out in October. It looks really good.
So we're trying to capture that feeling with all of our characters, especially our aliens. And then each world is its own kind of unique flavor, right? I think some of the ideas came from very kind of core thoughts. We want to have an awesome alien, drug-dense spa on an asteroid.
Yep.
And yeah, what makes me really excited is...
I forgot the captain that can heal, the chick with the long hair, that she always has the thing covered her neck. If you read the manga, you know she got history with the homie Kenpachi.
Sort of really clear and it's almost deceivingly simple narrative, right?
Save the Earth, humans or drugs, talking guns. Ta-da.
So Alec, who are the guns? What's their deal?
The guns are these talking alien Gatlians. They're all shaped somewhat like a gun you'd find on Earth, but they've evolved to be just gun-like in their own way. And so this race of Gatlians each has their own unique personality, their unique set of abilities, and you're going to be rescuing them from this evil alien cartel, and together, you got to stop the bad guys.
And get more Gatlians.
Yeah, collect more Gatlians.
Yeah, a lot of players are going to have very different experiences depending on what gun they favor.
Yeah, you kind of pick your favorite companion to
all right,
have out
Zelda,
a lot,
have a go on.
hear their
Be safe.
dialogue, be
Take
part
care.
of different dialogue scenes and stuff.
Yeah.
Look at us, blasting away!
And sometimes you can unlock the guns in a different order than another player has. So
That's
when you
right.
go back through a level, you'll see things that you would have been able to access if you'd done it in the other order.
That's
and you can come back.
That's a huge one.
All right, so we've talked about this crazy good game that sounds amazing. Why should people be
Yeah, the
excited
game looks
to play
good.
it?
as a studio, we are...
I mean, you can't go wrong with Rick and Morty, right? Rick and Morty is an amazing series, and the fact that they actually made a game, and I don't think the game is gonna flop. If you ever played Pocket Mortys on mobile, I mean, it's a fun game. So they do pretty good stuff. Obviously, it's not for kids, it's not for younger audiences, but if you're an adult and you have access to the game, I'd say you definitely should check it out. And it looks like it's gonna have a lot of action. The environment looks super cool. It has like its own like aesthetic, if that makes sense, and I like the way it looks. It's easy on the eyes.
Attempting
Alien
to
Cartel,
bring
yeah. So you know there's gonna be references to like drugs, alcohol, and a whole bunch of other stuff, which obviously it's not gonna be for minors. So it's an adult game at the end of the day.
Level adult comedy into video games.
Comedy.
Something I love about Squanch is we would put a lot of effort into things that a lot of other studios wouldn't even bother with, like a single small joke that 5 players might find.
Well, okay. Now I can.
I love that stuff. I love like edge casing and like
what makes you remember a game.
Yeah, like if a player's trying to break the game in a certain way and then you have an answer for that for them. That is like such a memorable and amazing moment. It's almost like watching TV.
It is a Rick and Morty game. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They are from Rick and Morty. They're the ones that made the game. It's a Rick and Morty game, but it's called High on Life.
TV, but the viewer is able to reach into the TV and poke a thing, and the character has to respond to that. And there's so much fun to be had for the most part.
You can skip it all. We worked really hard on it if you want to skip it.
Yeah, if you want to just like miss out on like, you know,
yeah,
some
if you're
of the
like a big
coolest...
dummy and you don't want to play the game at all, that's fine. We're not going to judge you. We're just going to be upset.
Oh,
This is gonna be fun. You know I can't let you leave.
Oh, it's based on the fucking original movie, the OG one. When he chases her and she can't, like, after he can't catch her, he just goes over like, he's just spinning around and shit. Yo, fuck no, bro. Fuck no. Nope. Too creepy for me.
Pentiment is a narrative adventure game set in 16th century Bavaria, which is part of the Holy Roman Empire. You play a character named Andreas Mahler, who is an artist working at a Benedictine abbey. He gets involved in a series of murders and scandals and tries to unravel them over a period of about 20.
They're doing a lot of those. The Ash versus what's his name? The guy with the hand, the chainsaw for a hand. They did the same with him. The game. They're all pretty much doing these cooperative serial killer things. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if next year we hear that they're gonna do a Freddy Krueger game or something like that. Who knows? A Freddy Krueger game would be really cool though. If you think about it, a Freddy Krueger where you actually go to sleep and you take you to another world and you gotta run around, solve puzzles, and I think a Freddy Krueger game would make much more sense to be like that as opposed to these other ones. The chainsaw one actually is taking the cake so far because it looks super creepy. It looks scary.
5 years. The name Pentiment, it is specifically referring to paintings in which there's an older painting underneath the painting that you see on the top. And if you scrape away the top layer, you see what was left behind. This has a bunch of significance. Obviously, you're playing a painter, but also it has a lot of significance to the idea of history kind of being covered and uncovered over time. When I saw narrative-driven games with really distinctive art styles, I was inspired to make a historical game that focused on the unique art style of the early modern period that was really driven by the relationships between characters and the stories that played out over time. Hannah Kennedy was really integral to defining the art style of Pentiment, especially blending the late medieval illuminated manuscripts with the early modern woodcuts.
That's one thing I would say that I like about like learning about ancient history, because they had pages where you can actually write stuff with invisible ink. I think, what was it? This may sound so off track, but I think you mix vinegar with urine, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that, and then you use that to write on the paper, and then people can't see what's written on it, right? And then when you use the light behind it, you're able to see everything that the person wrote on it. It's something like that. I know it was something with vinegar and something acidic. I forgot what it was. It might not have been urine, but it was something like that.
Yeah, so there's a lot of major points to solve and kind of marry between wanting this to be a true to the history, true to the feel of the source material that we were referencing as far as the narrative, but also thinking about the types of games that were like what we imagined we wanted as far as a gameplay experience.
From the beginning, I knew that I wanted to portray a community that changed over time, which meant that characters are changing over time. That's really...
I'm over here tripping balls. I'm like, what the hell is he looking at? What is he playing at? And then I realized he's not looking at his laptop. He's looking at the TV in the back. Because I was going to be like, what the hell is he looking at?
A community that changed over time, which meant that characters are changing over time. That's really the focus of everything. The buildings do change, but really it's the characters where you see all the crazy stuff happen.
Kids that I had become attached to because it's a 4-year-old, and we designed them to be a 4-year-old, and then they're getting married, and then I felt a weird like emotional reaction to that because I'm like, oh, baby's all grown up.
The fuck?
I think
Did I just hear that right?
16th century has always been really interesting to me because it was a time of such social upheaval in Europe. I think when we look at social change...
Yeah, they were weirdos back in the day, bro. I guess it was just that the times back then, people just were so uneducated, and I need to watch that Obi-Wan. Yeah, same here. I have Disney Plus. I want to stream it sometime for the Discord. You gotta remind me on the Discord. I have Disney Plus. But yeah, back in the day, and even the treatments, when it came to like medicinal treatments back in the day, so many people died because people misdiagnosed things, and it wasn't entirely their fault. They didn't have the technology to be able to diagnose stuff. And if you were able, like, let's just put it this way, if you were able to find a way to cure people, which they will call you an alchemist or an apothecary, I guess salesman or something like that, they would immediately, if they didn't know who you were, they would say that you're a witch, and you would have been dead just for little bullshit like that.
In the past, it seems like it's a thing that always happens outside of our time. But right now, I think we're maybe more aware than ever that social change is happening constantly, and people are always struggling with it. It's always a difficult process. And so I hope that by looking at people from the past, we can see that even though the setting might be different and the specific issues might be different, ultimately we always struggle with social change.
As dusk falls.
He's putting on his bandana.
All right, let's do crime.
It's such a bad idea.
All you had to do was keep your mouth shut.
I'm gonna override this.
Is your life mission to cause harm?
Yeah. This is my favorite shot.
¿Cómo te va, Ectoplasma? ¿Cómo te encuentras? Bienvenido al en vivo. KDO Legends, Goku. ¿Cómo te va, mi amigo? Bienvenido. ¿Cómo te va? I wonder if I'm gonna get the email tomorrow. I thought it was every Monday. Oh no, every Thursday now, right? Fingers crossed, homie. I hope they give you the email tomorrow. Hopefully. I don't like this game. This game is...
Falls, what we're trying to do is to make a
this game is all right.
interactive experience for anyone who loves brilliant storytelling. So people who enjoy films, people who enjoy TV series. It's also a social experience. and about sharing these stories with the people.
Viter Dragon Ball, oye. Sí, más luego, pero más luego, como más tarde, como dentro de unas... maybe más luego. No estoy muy seguro porque ya lo jugué temprano en la mañana, pero maybe más luego o más tarde.
People you love.
I think we should stick to the plan.
Okay,
Let's
Nani.
stick to the
Gotcha.
plan.
I took my inspiration from TV shows, prestige shows like, Breaking Bad, Fargo. I really love Dog Day Afternoon. It's such a wonderful setup.
You try that again, and every last one of them leaves in a body bag.
When you write for interactive stories, it's all about the stakes. You want big choices, the tentpole ones that everyone will remember from the chapter they played, but also you weave in the smaller stakes, the drama bit, like the relationships. Are you gonna stay married?
When you lost your job, this wall went up. And I missed you, okay?
The game deals with very mature themes that you don't normally find in a video game. It really gives you agency over characters that are relatable, that are familiar to you. It's like an interactive story, but with the power of video game behind it.
I only gotta yell and my brothers will come.
Now hold your horses, young man. I think you should at least listen to what I have to say.
In the first book, it's mainly structured around a hostage situation in a motel in the middle of the desert in Arizona, so it's a pressure cooker.
You want your wife to live? Answer and do exactly what I say.
Book 2 takes another approach entirely, and it's a chase across multiple states in the US.
There's nowhere else to run.
As Dusk Falls is an interactive show, but the important part here is the word interactive. The players are very much needed to help the character on their journey and decide what's going to happen to them, help them grow and change.
It's not like there's one golden path. There's so many different ways through the story.
You can replay it, and then you get to different story and different ending, and you feel like you're actually achieving something and shaping the story and also the character.
Some of your true self comes out into that thinking.
I don't know, what would you do? I'll try to,
And at the end of the game, when you play, we tell you about your playstyle, and it reveals something about the player.
So it reminds me a little bit of those video games. I forgot what they were called, but you know how they have those other ones that are just straight up creepy, and they follow a story, like The Quarry. I forgot who are the makers of those games. So it reminds me of that. But the only difference with these are that people actually go, and I think if you pick a decision, they can cancel your decision or override it or something like that. That seems like a cool concept, because then you can sabotage people's decisions and stuff like that.
Themselves, their values, and the way they interact with the others that they played with.
I think for me, one of the really important things was that this art style could tell lots of different types of stories. We want to take really beautiful, sort of subtle facial performances, really strong dramatic moments, and just really represent that such that every frame is a painting.
It's a single player and multiplayer experience, so 1 to 8 players.
Because we wanted to draw in people who weren't necessarily gamers. Gamers are going to love this game as well because it's a very mature, in-depth story. But this game really taps into your life skills rather than your gamer skills, puts everyone on a level playing field. You did well there, that is a ferocious job.
Oh, Charlie, we did it!
You share the same character, you discuss, you make decisions, and majority wins. It's like each player is like a voice in the character head.
Are you taking the money this time?
I am definitely not.
Take the cash.
That's
It's been a
crazy they put
massive
you all
journey,
to bet
and
against each other.
I can't believe we're just so close, touching distance to this game. Yeah, I'm gonna miss it when it's done.
That's I don't know what is it about, but it looks alright. It looks alright. I mean, I don't really like. I like stories that have a lot of action and stuff like that. Kind of like the Batman game. The Telltale series is a good example of what good story. I mean, not that I'm saying they have bad storytelling, but the Telltale series did a really good job with a lot of their games, and they broke down everything by episodes, and it wasn't bad. Their games were pretty enjoyable.
let's check out what mysteries, adventures, and, of course, slimes are waiting for us in the new, vibrant world of Slime Rancher 2.
Some Nani shit right here. This looks like some Nani shit. Straight up. It looks like some Nani shit. Thank you for the 4 likes, by the way, on the stream. The color palette looks good. The movement, nice and fluid. It doesn't feel stiff. It looks just good. And I mean, not enough combat, right? But it looks like it's gonna be one of those games like really family friendly, not too much action. But then again, I could be wrong. How did he get there? Slime Ranch. I've never even played Slime Rancher 1, but it's free, right? It's free with the Game Pass, so can't go wrong with that. If it's free, might as well try it out.
Alright, time to get going. First trip in a while. Put this in here. Australia. Passport. I need a passport. Where's my passport? Passport.
Mierda Ranchers.
Alright. Where's my Uber? Alright, let's go. Let's go.
Welcome back to Melbourne. It is so great to be here in person. Get ready for the showcase.
Oh, now I understand. So they had different ones. Is this a Coco skit? I don't know. It sounded like a Coco skit. So now I can understand what the hell was going on. So they had, I thought this whole Xbox thing was done here in America, but then I was so wrong. They had different ones. They had one in Spain, Australia. They had it all around the world. What the hell? So that Xbox looks super cool.
Leah, you're Melbourne with FanFest.
Hot Wheels, baby.
We are so excited to tell you all about Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels, the first expansion for Forza Horizon 5. So, Mike, let's start with why the team decided to bring Hot Wheels to Forza
Would you hit though?
Horizon 5's Mexico.
Our fans have been telling us for years about how much they loved Forza Horizon 3's Hot Wheels expansion. So we've been waiting for the right time to bring everyone another Hot Wheels adventure. Forza Horizon 5 presented the perfect opportunity to bring Hot Wheels to life like never before with the power of the Xbox Series X and S.
It really does sound like the perfect time for Forza Horizon and Hot Wheels. So I'm wondering if you can tell us a little bit more about what to expect being in the clouds of Mexico this time.
Yes, you travel to the clouds above Mexico to visit the Hot Wheels Park, which is comprised of over 200 kilometers of the fastest, most extreme tracks yet. Once there, you'll join the Hot Wheels Academy and set out to take on Forza Horizon's most extreme racing yet and prove yourself a Hot Wheels legend.
Let's go.
As well as the iconic orange Hot Wheels track, you'll take on new driving experiences across gravity-defying magnet tracks, as well as ice, water flume, and rumble tracks.
So we spoke loads about biomes in the build-up to Forza Horizon 5's launch. Are we expecting something similar in Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels as well?
Yes, so we're truly going to see the power of the Xbox Series X and S when we look at Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels' all-new biomes. The amount of detail and diversity that we can pack into the 4 new biomes is breathtaking. We have the rugged Giants Canyon, where you'll hear the growl of your engine bouncing back off the intricately detailed rock formations. The Ice Cauldron, where frozen tundra drips into the glistening molten lava. In Forest Falls, you'll see a tree canopy towering over epic waterfalls. And finally, the visually stunning and exhilarating Horizon Nexus, where the Horizon Festival is suspended among a web of Hot Wheels tracks. And there's more, because new players can jump into Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels as early as possible during the main game's initial experience.
And how are people going to be able to use Event Lab in Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels?
So in Event Lab, you'll have the freedom to design, build, and share using the new Hot Wheels Creation Kit. That's over 80 new track and stunt pieces that instantly snap together thanks to our new building tools. You can then share your creations with the entire community for players to discover and
make
play.
your own
We are anticipating our community building an ever-evolving catalogue of new player-created Hot Wheels events that everyone will enjoy.
They all sound absolutely incredible, Mike, but I'm going to ask you the most important question in the room. Can you tell me a bit more about the cars?
Yes, so we have 10 new amazing cars coming to the pack, including 4 new Hot Wheels cars, which have been scaled up to real-life proportions. We have the Diora 2, the Bad to the Blade, the Baja Bone Shaker, and the Chevrolet Hot Wheels Copo Camaro. Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels introduces the most extreme tracks we've seen yet.
Beautiful, beautiful cars. I don't know about you guys, but those were some beautiful, beautiful cars right there.
In Forza. So we've added some new extreme track toys and hypercars to go with them.
That's fat.
I want to call out the Hennessy Venom F5 and the Mosler MT900 GT3. Their speed is unlike anything we've seen before.
So we know Forza Horizon 5 fans naturally love co-op, so how is that continuing in Hot Wheels?
So, in a first for Forza, you can join up with your friends and play from the very start of the experience in co-op. You and your friends will then take on a new campaign, moving your way up through faster and faster car classes until you unlock the extreme speed of X-Class and become a Hot Wheels legend. You can also choose to take on the world in Horizon Open or team up with your friends to take on a team of drivatars in the Horizon Tour.
Ooh, I absolutely love
Horizon
that.
Tour.
Final question now, though. When can we expect to play?
Yes, so Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels releases on July 19th on Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, Windows PC, and Steam.
Mike, thank you
A
so
little
much for
bit
joining me.
over
This
a
has
month
been
from
so much fun, and I cannot wait to play.
A little bit over a month. I'm so looking forward to this game, man. You have no idea. I'm reading a comment that says Xbox has a golden eye for creating quality content and bonding with their audiences. I completely agree. They're adding a Halo skin to that? Alright, give me 2 seconds just because I think my food just got here. I thought it was supposed to be here at 9:45. No, in 15 minutes.
Now, onto our next block, pun intended, of course. Minecraft Legends is the action strategy take on the franchise you never knew you needed. I'm here with Dennis Rees from Mojang Studios, who has just released the world premiere trailer of Minecraft Legends. Dennis, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Malik.
So happy to have you. I mean, this is a really exciting time for the team. Let's talk Minecraft as a whole, though. That game, I have nothing to back this up.
There's still 2 hours left of stuff that we need to see. So what we're gonna end up doing is we're just gonna look at the Minecraft Legends thing, and then I'm gonna leave it there. But then we're gonna pick back up tomorrow or later on tonight. Maybe I guess we'll do a 2-part of the Xbox game showcase extended. But we're probably gonna leave it there just because my food's gonna get here like in 15 minutes. I want to make sure I go and open the door.
But I feel like everyone on the planet's played Minecraft at this point. But that wasn't enough for you all. You all went and made Minecraft Dungeons, and now we're moving on to the recently revealed Minecraft Legends. So 1, tell me a little bit about what it means for the team to actually be able to reveal the game, and then 2, just let us know what Minecraft Legends is.
Well, we are so excited to finally be able to talk about this game with the world. We've been working on this game for some time now. Minecraft Legends is an action strategy game is set in the Minecraft universe. And in order to build this, we really wanted to partner with a great company that understands strategy games. And so that's when we reached out with Blackbird Interactive. And in doing so, we were able to create an experience that is welcoming for people who may have not played Minecraft, but also people who have. And I mean, you've seen the trailer. It's about going and traveling through these beautiful biomes, exploring this world
Coco
that
Jr.?
is familiar yet still mysterious.
It's with his mom. He's not
so
here.
As you
He is
explore
not
these
here.
lush biomes, you collect resources, and then you use those resources to build defenses from these dangerous but very cute piglins. And in those offensive, you're able to fight them back and send them back to where they come from. And you know what? You're going to probably want to build some alliances with some unexpected friends because they're going to help you actually defeat the piglins and send them back to where they come from.
I'm looking forward to it, and I love what you said about trying to make a game that's both for fans of Minecraft that exist and new fans coming in. Minecraft can go in so many different directions, I feel like, with a new game. What made you choose action strategy?
Well, really, it was many years ago, as a group of folks at Mojang sitting around talking about what game genres they really enjoy. And action and strategy were the more popular ones that came up. And so we started to think about who we could partner with to build that experience. And that's where we came into.
And do keep in mind, when they had Minecraft Dungeons was more of a dungeon crawler, if that makes sense. So this game is going to be completely different. It may look similar, but it's going to be a complete different scenario and mechanics, if that makes sense.
Blackbird Interactive, and that was back in 2018. And the project was codenamed Badger. And an interesting little fact for many of those people that might follow Minecraft, if you go back to Minecon 2018 and you look at the shirt that Jens Berenstain was wearing, you'll see a graphic on there, and it's in the shape of a badger head. And really, that was meant to be an Easter egg for years forward, which here we are now.
I gotta say, I love a good Easter egg. Now, where would you say that Minecraft Legends fits in the overall Minecraft universe?
Well, the Minecraft universe is just always growing and expanding. And if it's not from our partner communities, then it's from Mojang specifically. Like you mentioned, Minecraft Dungeons. That's a great example where Mojang went out and we built this dungeon crawler experience in the Minecraft universe, and players love it. It's wonderful. And with Minecraft Legends, we're trying to do something similar, really. And here we're going to be introducing a narratively driven campaign with a whole bunch of new characters and a lot of other things that I'm not ready to share right now.
Dennis, I thought we were friends. You can share it with me and everyone watching. No? Okay, I won't pry anymore. But tell us when the game is coming out and where we can keep up to date.
It's coming out in 2023 on PC and console on Xbox Game Pass. And if you want to know more, just follow us Twitter or jump on Minecraft.net.
Dennis, I'm so excited to jump into Minecraft Legends. Thank you so much for stopping by and giving us the lowdown.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so we're probably gonna leave it there for now. I'm gonna keep an eye that it's 4, and we'll probably have like an hour, 5, 6, 2 hours and a half left. So we're definitely gonna come back and do a part 2 of that, and see what that's about. But we'll leave it there for now. I'll be back later on for some other stuff. I'm gonna get something to eat real quick. We may do another stream after that. If not, I'll be back later on tonight to play some Fortnite with Nani. So I'm gonna be logged into my Discord just in case. Special shout out to Ectoplasma. Gracias por venir, mi amigo de Brasil. Espero que tengas un bonito día. Shout out to Nerik, the homie from Poland, and my moderator. Be safe for now, my boy. Shout out to Coochie Man. Be safe, and everybody else who came through on the Twitch side of things. Shout out to Ultra Gojira. Shout out to Zezerpi, aka Nani, my homie and moderator as well. Shout out to Zeldrip, who came through earlier in the stream. Whis. Shout out also to let's see who else. Infinity Lord, Bat Pink. Thank you for coming through as well. Shout out also to Monesa, who was also earlier. Cygnus Jakins, ST Muted, and I believe that was it. If I did miss anybody else, again, I apologize in advance. I hope you all have an amazing, fantastic, great rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your week. This is your boy Kakaroto, aka Coco, signing off. And as always, don't forget to play, laugh, and enjoy life. Take care for now. I'll see you all next time. Peace.